What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Anthony Joshua. Ben Davison. Get this. Anthony Joshua is currently training with former Tyson Fury coach. Anthony Joshua is keeping busy after 2 wins in 2023 that may lead him into a fight against Deontay Wilder. And the former world champion left coach Robert Garcia after his rematch loss to Usyk. The one-fight partnership was followed by the link-up with Derek James, who has guided him to 2 victories over Jermaine Franklin and Robert Alenius. Despite a strong relationship with the Texan trainer, it appears that the Olympic gold medalist is still keen to learn from as many people as possible. Okay? And speaking to Boxing King Media, David K.D. Gansa, Chief Operating Officer of 258 Management, said that Joshua was currently working with Ben Davison in England before returning to James World-Class Boxing Gym in Dallas. Quote, Anthony Joshua wants to be more active. He's currently ticking over. He's down at the Ben Davison Performance Center at the moment. He's ticking over with Ben, Jamie, TKV. We had him in our camps in Dallas a couple times, so he's still active. When he's got a date, you'll see him back in Dallas with Derek James continuing work. Davison was credited with helping Tyson Fury, of course, in his victories over Deontay. Well, his draw with Deontay Wilder, Tom Schwartz, and Otto Vailin. And let me counterpunch. I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. It just seems very unlikely because Ben Davison, as far as I know, is still really cool with Tyson Fury. So the question is, how does Tyson Fury feel about that? Because he's been with Sugar Hill Stewart ever since 2020, okay, when he did upset Deontay Wilder, and he's had 4 fights with him going on the 5th, okay? So I think if anything at all, Ben Davison, what could he teach Anthony Joshua? You know, how would Derek James and Ben Davison, how would their styles collide in certain cases? And the reason why I say that is because I remember when Ben Davison was asked to come along with the help of Sugar Hill Stewart, and Ben wouldn't have it. Okay, and they fought totally two different ways. With Ben's style, Ben had Tyson Fury just boxing him with the jab and keeping, a distance to stay away from the right hand, but not really engaging, okay? Whereas Sugar Hill Stewart was a guy that wanted to come in and bust up your face, go to that body, give you work, right? Ben Davison was more of a, hey, go ahead and box him, go ahead and do this. So the question is, what would he teach AJ? Will he teach AJ to be more aggressive? Or will he teach him to just box like he did Andy Ruiz the second fight? So, there's a lot of question, and it just shows you, though, Anthony Joshua is doing the same thing that he did when he came to the States. He was at Virgil Hill. He was with Ronnie Shields. He was with a couple other guys, right? And he ended up going with Robert Garcia, okay? And we all know what happened with Robert Garcia and himself. And it just shows you that he's still dabbling, I wouldn't really recommend that if he learns things, that's cool. But then, what did he learn from Rob McCracken? What couldn't he learn? And that just shows you where he ain't going. And he ain't going back to Rob McCracken. You know what I mean? Shout out to Carl Froch, because Carl Froch didn't care for that relationship with Rob and AJ. So he didn't like how that ended, right? But yeah, Ben Davison, I am interested to see what he learned from Ben Davison, if anything at all. Obviously he wants to pick up pointers and stuff like that. It's just basically up to AJ, But I've learned over the years, the more stuff you learn, especially someone like Anthony Joshua, I don't think he's really suited to learn one style versus another. I think, he only can do one thing at a time. And, training with Ben Davison might train him something to do by undoing things Derek James is trying to get him more comfortable doing. Okay, so I don't really think that's a good plan. You can look at it another way. Well, maybe AJ is going with Ben Davison because he knows that Ben Davison is no longer with Tyson Fury. You know what I mean? Is it his own way of mind games? It's speculative. It's debatable. So we don't know. But it is weird, not common to see Anthony Joshua training with Ben Davison. Of course, tell me what you guys think. Please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!